So, what we have discussed in the last class, Chandamal Chelvan?
Classification.
Okay, so our second chapter in the class 11th is biological classification. In this biological classification, we have discussed about what is that? A five kingdom classification. In that, we have completed about the Monera. Monera, it is comes under the prokaryotic organisms and it is made up of cell wall. The cell walls are made up of what is that? Polysaccharides and amino acids.
Madam,
So,
somebody
nucleic.
wants to join, I think. You can let them in.
Yeah.
And I do 5 minutes in the person area.
Yes, sir. Four people are joined, sir. Now.
Kishore also is coming.
Yeah.
Okay. I think now you can start. Let them come.
If the people are there, we will very happy to take class, sir.
Yeah. I know that. Okay. That is the reason we are keeping it, children, students, we are keeping it on weekends for the convenience of you people. Because it is not so convenient for the teachers, I know, but still they are accommodating, for your convenience. So make use of it. That's my, plea to all of you. Janani, are you comfortable with us with the language and all?
Yes, sir. Very much comfortable, sir.
Okay. I think you are in the CBSE, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know. And you are a pre-T student, so I need not ask anything. போய் சொல்லுங்க உங்களை பத்தி சொன்னாருன்னு சொல்லுங்க.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so last class we have discussed about the Monera. So five kingdom classification is there. In that we have completed about the topic is about Monera. We have completed, right? So I told the Monera. It is just I will recap the points and I'll go to the next kingdom classification. Okay, so Monera, it is comes under the prokaryotic organisms. Okay, and it is ubiquitous nature. It can live in the all the surroundings, all the climatic conditions. If it is extreme hot, desert, snow, deep oceans, wherever these organisms can able to survive. Okay, so maximum the Monera, which consists of the organisms like a bacteria. Okay, so bacteria, if you take, it is a cacus, bacillus, spirulum. Okay, and also what is that? Spirulum and vibrium, like four types of bacteria which is present here. Okay. Like four types of bacteria which comes under in the Monera. Okay, and the Monera, majority of bacteria we know it is comes under the heterotrophs. So it is consist of two major groups. One is archibacteria and another one is what is that? Eubacteria. Okay, archibacteria and eubacteria. Okay, so about archibacteria, I told it is a living fossils. Why it is called living fossils? I said it is a primitive group of bacteria, I said. Okay, and the next thing we have discussed about the archibacteria cell wall is made up of pseudomurine. Okay, so the due to the presence of pseudomurine, it can able to survive all the extreme climatic conditions. And the next then in archibacteria we have three types. One is methanogens, halophils, thermoacidophils. Okay, here methanogens, okay, it is comes under the archibacteria only, generally which is live in the carbon rich energy materials. Okay, and so in the it will produce what is that? Methane. Methanogens nale, the meaning is produce the methane gas which in a gopher gas plants. Okay, and also this archibacteria in our stomach also, in our rumen, the cow stomach level, it can able to produce what is that? The it can able to live and symbionts. Okay, it can able to live in the live as a symbionts, and it is do the what is that? Cellulose fermentation. And halophils, okay, the same archibacteria which has another one group, it is a halophils, okay, which is occur in the generally in the salt bed. Okay, the organism, the bacteria which is live in the salt bed. And some another one kind of bacteria also we have, that is thermoacidophils. Thermoacidophils na, thermoacidic condition also, and temperature, high temperature also the bacteria can able to survive. And next we have discussed about in the last class about eubacteria. Eubacteria means what is that? It is a true bacteria. Eunale meaning true bacteria. Maximum all the bacteria, cyanobacteria, mycoplasm, all which is comes under the what is that? In a eubacteria only. Okay, and the most mycobacteria, when we discussed, it is a world smallest bacterium. Mycoplasm nale, the world smallest one vandu eduna, the living organism na, that is a mycoplasm. It is also known as PPLO, that is pneumonia like organisms. Okay, and the next one is we have discussed about what is that? The cyanobacteria. Yes, we have discussed about the cyanobacteria. So cyanobacteria, which is also known as blue-green algae. So why it is called as a blue-green algae? Na? Due to the presence of the blue-green in color. And most of the spirulina, okay, microcyst, nastak, anabina, okay, acylatoria, these all organism which is comes under the, what is that? In a cyanobacteria only. In cyanobacteria, there is a special character it has, that is called trichomes. Okay, the trichomes means nothing but the filament without mucilage. Actually, the cyanobacteria which is covered by the mucilaginous coat. Okay, if the mucilaginous coat is present, okay, it is helpful to what is that? Live in the various environment condition. But the mucilage coat, if it is absent, it is called as what is that? A trichomes. Okay, so these trichomes are arranged, embedded in the one above the another. Okay, it will form the what is that? Heterocyst. So these things we have discussed in the last class. Okay, today we are going to discuss the second group. What is that? Protista. We are going to discuss about the protista. So these are all things we have discussed in the last class. So now I'm going to start with the new topic. So that is about the protista. Okay. So protista. What is a protista? Okay, it is the term protista, okay, which is originated from the Greek word. Okay, the term protista, which is originated from the Greek word protistos. Okay, protistos, meaning first of all. Okay, what is the meaning of protista? Na? Please make a note of it. So once I have completed a particular topic, I will ask your people to recap. So please make a note of it. Okay, so protista meaning first of all. Okay, meaning first of all, Greek word protistos, Protistos, protistos. Okay, so who created this group? Okay, the kingdom protista, who was created? If you see, Ernest Haeckel. Okay, the person Ernest Haeckel. Okay, okay, the person Ernest Haeckel is the person. Yeah. So please make a note. Scientist name Ernest, Ernst, Ernest, Ernst, Haeckel, Haeckel. He is the person. He created the what is that? A protista. Okay. Actually, it is include all the unicellular. Okay, and the colonial. Okay, colonial form eukaryotes. It comes under the what is that? Eukaryotes. Okay, so the protista which is comes under the eukaryotes, already you know eukaryotes means a true nucleus it has. And generally which is live in the form of unicellular, it is include all the unicellular maximum which is comes under the protista, and also it has a colonial form. Colonial na, it can able to live as a group. Okay, and so first of all, I told the word right. The meaning of protista means first of all in solirke. Seriya? The reason actually which is evolved about 1,000 millions back phylogenetically. Phylogenetically, this protista group 1,000,000,000 years back. Okay, 1,000,000,000 years back, phylogenetically it was originated. Okay, actually, it is a connecting link. Okay, the protista is a connecting link between the prokaryotic kingdom of Monera, okay, and the eukaryotic kingdom of Plantae, Animalia, Fungi. Upcoming, we are going to see other three kingdoms. No, so these two are connected by what is that? A protista only. Okay, va? So this is the connecting link between this also we have. Okay, it's very important one. Which kingdom will connect the Monera or a prokaryotes, and also what is that? A multicellular eukaryotes. The answer is a protista only. Okay, va? It is the connecting link between the Monera and also what is that? A multicellular eukaryotes. So where it is occur? So where it is occur? If you see, so mostly it is a aquatic. So it will live in the what is that? Aquatic. Generally, which is occur in the aquatic. And in aquatic both can live in the sea, freshwater, moist soil. Okay, so everywhere it can able to survive. So mostly the protista are planktons. Do you know what is a planktons? Most of the prokaryotes are planktons. Okay, planktons na, which is comes under the plants. Most of the protista eppadi irukuna, which is comes under the what is that? Plants variety only. And some are parasites. Okay, some are plant parasites. Okay, some are parasites avu irukum. Okay, and what is the structure of protista? If you see the structure, the protista, okay, it is a microscopic organisms. Okay, and their cell structure, if you see, is a eukaryotic. Okay, and surrounded by what is that? Plasma lemma. That is a cell membrane is surrounded. Okay, and the nucleolus with the nuclear membrane, everything is present here. Okay, and the outer membrane of the cell, which is covered by the, okay, make a note of it, pellicle. It is one of the chemical substance which is made up of pellicle, CLE. Okay, which is made up of the pellicle. Okay, and also, okay, cuticle. It is covered by the cuticle. And okay, the outer covering of the protista is pellicle. Okay, or a cuticle, or we can call it as shell. Okay, and it is vary. The taxa to taxa, it will be vary. Okay, or Ursula protista, if you see, it is made up of shell. Some which is made up of pellicle, some which is made up of cuticle. So it will vary based on the what is that? A taxa to taxa. Okay, and cell organelles, if you see all the cell organelles, like a mitochondria is present, Golgi apparatus is present, and ER, endoplasmic reticulum is present, and ribosomes are present. Okay, so all the cell organelles are present here. And so if you see, it has a photosynthetic, it can able to do, it consists of chloroplast with the internal thylakoids. Protoplast with the chloroplast with the internal thylakoids are present. Okay, so what I told, what is the protista meaning? What is the protista means? In Greek word, protista means protista. What is the meaning in Greek word, children? Children, am I audible? Children, am I audible? Bhumika,
Yes, ma'am.
can you able to reply? What is protista means?
Protesto, ma'am.
Huh?
Protesto.
Okay, protestos. Okay, meaning another. What is the meaning of it? In Greek word, protestas. Okay, good. What is the meaning of it? Protestona, what is the meaning?
Plant, ma'am.
First of all, protestosna meaning enadana? First of all, make a note of it. Okay, who created? Sendamil Chelvan, who created Protista, this kingdom, who created Amma?
R.H. Whittaker, ma'am.
Hey, R.H. Whittaker, 5 kingdom classification. Okay. Kingdom Protista was created by this 5 kingdom was done by R.H. Whittaker. Okay. And each and everything, the characteristic was done by a separate persons are there. Who's that? Ernest.
Ernest Haeckel, ma'am.
Very good. Ernest. E-R-N-S-T. Ernest Haeckel. Okay. And so which kingdom which connecting link between the unicellular Munira and multicellular kingdoms like fungi, plantae and animalia?
Protista, ma'am.
Protista. So where the protista can occur? Where it will occur? Living. ஒரு ஆர்கானிசம் இருந்துச்சுன்னா நமக்கு வீடு எப்படி இருக்கும் அதுக்கு மாதிரி அதே மாதிரி இருக்கும்ல. Where it will occur?
Aquatic, ma'am.
Yeah, very good. Aquatic only. Aquatic, all conditions it can able to survive. Okay. And so whether it is a microscopic or it can able to see with our naked eye.
Microscopic, ma'am.
Okay. So the protista which is made up of covering, right? The protista which is made up of a covering. The covering is made up of
Cuticle, ma'am.
Cuticle, pellicle, make a note of it. Cuticle ala irukku, pellicle ala irukku, shell ala irukku. Okay va? And also we can add a cellulose also, we can make a note of it. Okay va? Is it clear? And
Yes,
so yeah, whether it is comes under the eukaryotic or prokaryotic?
Eukaryotic, ma'am.
ma'am.
What is the eukaryotic characteristic? Eukaryotic namak theriyum. Then what will be the eukaryotic characteristic it has?
Well-defined structure, ma'am.
Well-defined structure. Well-defined structure of what? என்ன well-defined structure இருக்கும்? Eukaryotsனாலே ஒரு particular character இருக்கும்ல. அந்த character என்னது? What is the character?
Cell organelles, ma'am.
Cell organelles are present. Well-defined cell organelles, like a membrane-bound cell organelles also we can say. Well-defined cell organelles also like a mitochondria, Golgi apparatus. Okay, all cell organelles are located. Okay. Then what about the nucleus condition? Nucleus which is based on the nucleus only we are dividing into prokaryotic and eukaryotic, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What is that one main condition, characteristic?
True nucleus, ma'am.
Very good. True nucleus is present. True nucleus nale meaning enna? It has a nucleolus which is surrounded by the nuclear membrane. Okay, nucleolus is surrounded by the, what is that? Nuclear membrane. Okay va? Yes. So this is the characteristic of what? The protista. Any doubt in this about the cell organelle of protista? Yes. Shall I move to the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Up to now, any doubt? This is the thing they have given in your introduction point. And also I want to convey few additional points also. Okay, already I told. So it is a photosynthetic form I told. It has a chloroplast and it is made up of, what is that? A thylakoids. Okay. And here in protista, it is made up of a special, a special organelles. Okay, the special structures are present. So what is the special structure na? One is the cilia. Okay, one is cilia and another one is the flagella. These are the special structures also present in the where? Okay, in a protista. And so it will reproduction, if you see, it can able to reproduce sexually and also what is that? Asexually, it can able to reproduce. And asexually by the cell division. Sexually, we know that a fusion of gametes, formation of the zygote. Okay, ma. So this is the some two important character also added. And now we are going to what are the protista? It includes the kingdom. Okay, what are the kingdoms? It is includes na. The first kingdom we are going to discuss about what is that? Chrysophytes. What is that? Chrysophytes. So Monira, we have discussed about two. One is archibacteria and another one is the eubacteria, right? In archibacteria, and we have discussed about what is that? Methanogens, allophils, thermoacidophils. And eubacteria, we have discussed about mycoplasma, and also what is that? Cyanobacteria, we have discussed. Okay, va? But this is the classification Monira we have discussed. In Protista, we have a different classifications, kingdoms we have included. What are the different kingdom included? Na? The first one is chrysophytes. The second one is dinoflagellates. The third one is euclinites. And the fourth one is slime molds. And fifth one is protozoan protista. So all these things we are going to discuss one by one in this today's class. Once I have completed about the particular organism, I am coming to your people only to explanation. So please be ready with that. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about what is that? About the chrysophytes. Okay. So what is the chrysophytes? So it is comes under the what is that? A kingdom protista. The chrysophytes, which is comes under the chrysophytes, and the cell wall. First, if you see the cell wall is the cell wall of chrysophytes, it's made up of what is that? Two units. Okay, இது எத்தனை யூனிட்ஸ் ஆல இந்த செல் வால் ஆயிருக்குன்னா 2 units. It's made up of 2 units. Okay, hence the name as diatoms. Okay, நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம்? Diatoms அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். Why it is called as the diatoms? இதுக்கு இன்னொரு பேர் என்னதுன்னா diatoms. Okay, it is called as a diatom சொல்லுவோம். ஏன் இதுக்கு we are called as a diatoms na? The cell wall is made up, actually in your textbook point of view, if you see, this group includes diatoms. That's all they have given. Why the word diatoms are erased, it is not given. I am going to explain why it is came the name. The cell wall is made up of 2 units. Okay, hence the name diatom. Dia means, make a note, dia, D-I-A. Dia means across. The meaning is dia means across. Tom means cut. Tom means cut. Make a note of it. Okay, diatoms, dia, across. Dia meaning across. Tom means cut. Okay, so we can call it as a diatoms. Diatoms na meaning enadana made up of 2 units. So this is the a cell wall of the what is that? The chrysophytes. And it is also and it is about diatoms, and also it includes what is that? All the golden algae. Okay, so golden algae enna pannirukna include aayirukku. So what is the golden algae ku innoru pen irundadna? Desmids. D-S-M-I-D-S. Desmids. Okay, so this chrysophytes includes diatoms and desmids. Okay, diatoms and desmids. These two together comes under the chrysophytes. Okay, and which is come to the when it is discussed, it is belong to the division. Okay, இது எந்த division belong ஆயிருக்கு அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா, the division is chrysophyta or basilaryophyta. Okay, this group is comes under the what is that? Chrysophyta. What is the group? Division of chrysophytes in பார்த்தோம்னா, the division is chrysophyta or basilaryophyta. B-A-C-I-L-L-A-R. Okay, I-O. Basilaryophyta. This is the what is that? The division of what is that? Chrysophytes. Okay, and so mostly where it is occur. First, every organism when we are discussing, we want to know where it is living. So already I told it is a aquatic only na sollirkom. Appo all organism whatever we are discussing, all the examples or everything, it comes under the what? The living place is aquatic and moist area only. And if you see, sometimes this organism, if you see, it can able to free floating. If it is a water, it can able to, what is that? This organism will be free floating. Free floating, okay, or a bottom dwellers. Free floating and also it will settle at the, what is that? A bottom dwellers. And actually it is the major part of the phytoplant kingdoms. Actually phytoplant kingdoms na, the free aquatic microscopic organisms are called as planktons. Okay, adhe madri free microscopic animals are called as, what is that? uh, that is, in animals are called as zooplanktons. And planktons and phytoplanktons na, microscopic free floating plants are called as phytoplanktons. Idu enga general ah irukuna, aquatic la da irukum. Okay, so when a food chain start ஆகும்போது first வந்து phytoplanktons in aquatic organism. Phytoplanktons will be majorly நிறைய இருக்கும். Phytoplanktons are taken by the zooplanktons, and zooplanktons are taken by the small fishes. The small fishes are taken by the large fishes. The large fishes are taken by the, what is that? The human beings. Like it is next the tropic level we have. Okay, so this phytoplanktons nale, don't get confused, it is free floating. Make a note of it. Free floating microscopic plants are called as phytoplanktons. Zooplanktons na, free floating microscopic animals are called as zooplanktons. So this is the this type of groups are comes under the, what is that? Chrysophytes. Okay, and so I told na, the major form which is comes under the, what is that? Phytoplanktons only. Therefore they are also called as pastors of the sea. Make a note of it. Pastors of the sea. What do you mean by pastors of the seas? Why it is called pastors of the sea? PASTURES. Pastors of the sea. What do you mean by pastors of the sea? Actually, it is a free floating or bottom dwellers. They form the major part of phytoplanktons. So, therefore, they are called as pastors of the sea. They form major part of the phytoplanktons. So, they are called as pastors of the sea. Okay, va? Okay, children. So, this is what a general character chrysophytes. Chrysophytes, which is include two forms, two kingdoms. That is, one is diatoms and another one is decimates. Decimates are also called as golden algae. There's a diatom and decimates. Both belong to the division is Chrysophyta or a Basilaриophyta. Okay, so mostly the diatoms are occur in the, what is that? Aquatic moist area it will occur. And diatoms, if you see, mostly they are free floating or a bottom dwellers. Okay, so majority of the diatoms are comes under the phytoplanktons, so that they are called as pastors of the sea. Okay, pastor of the sea. Make a note of it. It is one of the repeated question only in the Neet point of view. Okay, so pastors of the sea. And so mostly it is comes under the, what is that? Single cellular microscopic. Diatoms are comes under the microscopic and single cellular. And the cell is made up of, okay, frustule or a shell. Cell. The cell of the diatoms are made up of, okay, frustule or a shell is present. Okay, so that is, make a note of it. Frustule. FRUSTULE. Frustule or shell. The cell is called, the diatom's cell is called as frustule or shell. Okay, and each cell, each cell, if you see, it is made up of large central vacuole. Okay, and the large central nucleus is present. Okay, so large central nucleus is present, and the cell wall is made up of, if you see, the cell wall is made up of, what is that? Silica. Okay, and this silica, this, if you see the cell wall, how it is arranged in the diatoms now, it is overlapping the two overlapping halves. Okay, it is constructed into two overlapping halves. They fit together to, when we look like அதை பார்க்கும்போது it like a soap box. Two parts வந்து overlap ஆயிருக்கு. Center it has, what is that? A small opening is there. So when we see this structure, it look like a, what is that? A soap box. Okay, it look like a soap box மாதிரி இருக்கும். So this is the nature of the, what is that? A diatom cell. Okay, so diatom cell is called as frustule or a shell, and it is made up of large central vacuole with the nucleus, and the cell wall of the diatoms are made up of silica. Okay, the cell wall of the diatoms are made up of, what is that? Silica. Okay, if you see, the cell wall of form two thin overlapping shell which fit together as in the soap box. Make a note of it. The cell wall of the diatoms form the two thin overlapping shells. It will form, what is that? Two overlapping. If it is constructed in the two overlapping halves which fit together, and ரெண்டு overlapping half வந்து என்ன இருக்கு? Fit together ஆயிருக்கு. பார்க்கிறதுக்கு வந்து என்னது? Like a soap box. Okay, so this is what about the diatoms. Any doubt? Any doubt, Amma? Any one of them, can you recap the points about what I told about chrysophytes little fast? Then only we can move to the next. Yes, children, come on. If it is wrong also, no problem. Just we are learning only. I'm giving a points. Okay, if you are missed out now, I will giving the points. That's all. Any one of them. Come on.
Madam, the walls are embedded with silica, they said. So if silica
Yes,
means
sir.
it's strong, huh?
Yes, sir. Actually, each organism is, the chemical substance is made up of different, sir. In diatoms, actually, which is live in the water, underground water, that is the bottom of the sea. Otherwise, some organism free floating.
Okay, so
Okay, sir. So the cell wall, each organism is different. For some organism, cutin, suberin, pectin, cellulose, hemicellulose, like lipids, like so many things are present, sir.
okay.
But in the diatoms, the cell wall is made up of silica. Silica, based on the characteristic only, the substance, chemical substance will be present, sir.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
In previous class, I told one of the pseudomurine is the substance which is present in the Eubacteria, Archibacteria. With help of that pseudomurine only, it can able to survive in the actually different condition. Hot spring agutum, desert agutum, snow agutum, everywhere it can able to survive, sir. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒவ்வொரு ஆர்கனிசத்துக்கும் ஒரு செல் வால் வந்து மேட் அப் ஆஃப் a particular substance. Any one of them, children? So chrysophytes include two kingdoms. What are they? One is
Diatoms and the golden algae, ma'am.
golden algae. It is also, we can say, desmids. Very good, ma. Okay, and so maximum. Why it is called as pastroph seas? Why the chrysophytes or diatoms are called as pastors of the sea?
Free floating, ma'am.
Because of
Free floating bottom jewel, ma'am.
dwellers, bottom dwellers na, it will settle that bottom, and also it can able to free float at the water. Okay, so major form வந்து என்னது comes under the phytoplanktons. These three character you can note it. One is free floating or a bottom dwellers, and they form the major part of the phytoplanktons. Major part of the phytoplanktons, they are called as pasture of the sea. Okay, va? And what is the cell of the diatom is called as? The cells of the diatoms are called as?
Shell, ma'am.
Shell or இன்னொரு பேரு. What is the another name?
Frustule, ma'am.
Frustule. Yeah, good. Frustule or a shell. Okay, va? And the diatom cell wall is made up of?
Silica, ma'am.
Silica. Okay, so when we see, it is look like a
Soap box, ma'am.
box. How it is look like soap box, na? This cell wall made up of silica, right? It is constructed overlapping the, what is that? Two halves. Two overlapping halves fit together. Okay, fit together like two part of the soap box. So that's why it's look like, what is that? A soap box. Okay, na?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll go with the next thing. Okay, so the chrysophytes, they don't have, I told in previous class, it has as the general characteristic when we are discussing about protista, I told they have a flagella and cilia. Two structures are present. So we know flagella is a long slender part. Okay, and it is helpful for the locomotion of the organism. And cilia is a small hair-like structure which is helpful to attach to the substrate. So these two characteristics they have, cilia and flagella. And in the chrysophytes, if you see, okay, they lack of, what is that? Flagella, but they can able to float in the what? Water. Okay, so why they don't have lipids? They don't have flagella, right? நம்ம தெரியும், with help of flagella only they can able to move from one place to another place, locomotion. But in chrysophytes, these organism lack of flagella. Then how, ma'am, it will move? But it can able to move. எப்படின்னா, they are float mainly due to, what is that? Lipid storage. Okay, the storage of lipids present in them. Lipids are present in their body. Lipids வந்து store ஆயிருக்கிறதுனால they can able to, what is that? Float easily. Okay, and due to this presence, it can exhibit the slow gliding movements. Okay, slow என்ன ஆகுது? Glide ஆகி, okay, a streaming of cytoplasm through the grooves on the surface of the cell wall. Easily, it can show, what is that? A gliding movements in the water. Okay, va? Gliding movements in the water, it can able to show. Okay, va? And so also, if you see the diatomaceous earth. So what is a diatomaceous earth? So it is formed by fossil diatom as a great industrial value. இது வந்து, it is also called diatoms வந்து, we can also call, what is that? Diatomaceous earth. Why we can call diatomaceous earth na? Okay, also called diatomaceous earth, diatomite அப்படின்னு சொல்லிக்கலாம். ஏன்னா the diatomaceous earth formed by the fossil, the diatoms நால form ஆகுது. They are great industrial value. Okay, they have a great industrial value வந்து இருக்குதுல இருக்கு. Okay வா? And what is that industrial value na? It can able to, okay, used in the filtration of food products. Filtration of the food product வந்து இது வந்து என்னது? It will helpful. And it is act as the cleaning agent. So the people will collect from the bottom of or floating diatoms, and they will undergo several process of these diatoms, and they will produce, what is that? Large amount of using products, like a food filtration of, what is that? A food product வந்து filtrate பண்றதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்றாங்க, and it is used as the, what is that? Cleaning agent. Okay, and used in paint. In the paint la வந்து they are adding this. What is the purpose na? To enhance the night visibility. Okay, and the night time la வந்து அந்த glow ஆகும்ல, that nature we can able to get when adding this with the paint. Okay, used in paints to enhance the, what is that? Night visibility. And also we can use as a insulator to make, what is that? A soundproof rooms. And also it is act as a industrial catalyst. ஓகேவா? இது எல்லாமே வந்து என்னது? It is used. Okay. So the diatoms produced in the large scale in the extracted from the water bodies in the large scale. Okay. It is called as a diatomaceous earth. So why it is called diatomaceous earth? Na? In the earth, we can use these diatoms in the many large purpose. Okay. It has a great industrial value. Okay. And it is a good in the filtration of the food products, and it is act as the cleaning agent, and to it is added with the paints for what? To enhance the night visibility, and also it is act as a insulator to make what is that? Soundproof rooms, and also it is act as a industrial catalyst. Okay. And this diatomites deposit petroleum field வந்து it will play an important role. How it is in the petroleum field na? The diatomite deposit are often accompanied by what is that? A petroleum field. நிறைய diatoms வந்து accompanied இந்த large scale வந்து accompany ஆகும்போது அதுல இருந்து we can extract what is that? A petroleum also. Okay. So we know that mostly we know today the petroleum is probably due to what is that? A decayed bodies of the past diatoms only. நம்ம இப்ப யூஸ் பண்ற பெட்ரோலியம் வந்து the pastல வந்து இந்த டெபாசிட் ஆன டயட்டம்ஸ்ல இருந்து என்ன பண்றாங்க? They are extracting it, refining it. ஓகேவா? And so metals polish பண்றதுக்கும் it will helpful. Metals வந்து get polished. Okay. So being a gritty, this soil is used in the polishing the metals வந்து என்ன பண்றாங்க? They are using. Okay. So this is what? Main function of water. The diatoms, they are the chief producers in the oceans. Oceansல வந்து producers main வந்து இருக்கிறது வந்து என்னது? Oceansல இருக்கிறது this diatoms only. So that only diatoms are called as diatomaceous earth. So wherever they are using, ஒன்னு வந்து what is they are using in the filtration in the food products, cleaning agent, enhancing the night visibility, they are adding with paints and using as an insulator to what is that? Soundproof rooms, and act as the industrial catalyst, and it is used in the mainly வந்து the petroleum field வந்து that is due to the diatom deposit only. Okay. Today the mostly that petroleum today we are using no, that is due to decayed bodies of the past diatoms only. Okay. And also they are using in what is that? Polishing the metals. Metal polishings வந்து என்னது? They are using it. So this is what about the chrysophytes, about the diatoms. Any doubt, children? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Is it clear? Bhumika?
Yes, ma'am.
Sendamil Chelvan? Okay. Is it clear, children? So chrysophytes nale you know, right? So please make a note of it. It's very, very important questions also. Diatomaceous earth வந்து diatoms, and it is made up of the cell wall of the diatom is made up of what is that? A silica, and look like a soap box. How it is look like a soap box na? To overlapping the what is that? Two halves, they fit together with the what is that? Two parts of what? A soap box. And the cell of the diatoms are called as frustule or a shell, and it is called as pasture of sea. The reason the pasture of sea is, okay, the major form of the what is that? Phytoplanktons are comes under the what is that? The pasture of this is a diatoms only, so they are called as pasture of the sea. Okay. And diatomaceous earth, diatomaceous, why you can call it as diatomaceous earth na? Majority of the ozones, the producers வந்து என்னது? Diatom only. They are called as diatomaceous earth. The reason வந்து it is industrially it has more value, economically it has more value. That is the reason it is called as. Okay. So this is about the what? Chrysophytes. So the next we are going to discuss about what is that? Dinoflagellates. So dinoflagellate, dino, the meaning of dino, D-I-N-O. What is the meaning of dino na? In Greek word, whirling. Make a note of it. Greek word la dino means whirling, flagella. Okay, dinoflagellate na, flagella. Dino means whirling. Okay, W-H-I-R L-I-N-G, whirling. Okay, so dino means whirling. Flagellates means, you know, what is that? Flagella. Dino flagella. That means whirling flagella. Okay, and they are also called as whirling flagella. In the flagella உடைய structure வச்சுதான் they are saying this. I will explain what kind of flagella is present. இதுக்கு இன்னொரு பேரும் இருக்கு. Dino flagellateக்கு இன்னொரு பேர் என்னன்னா whirling whips. WHIRLING. whirling whips. இதுக்கு இன்னொரு பேரு. Dinoflagellate is also called, they are also called as whirling whips. Dino means whirling, flagellate means flagella. Okay, so we know already it is living in what is that? Aquatic, so especially in the marine. And some few are live in the what is that? A freshwater form also. So majority form already I told it is in the form of planktons. Planktons the main irukku. Even chrysophytes also I told it's majority in the form of phytoplanktons. Here also I'm telling this majority வந்து என்னது? This dinoflagellate also in the form of what is that? Planktons. Okay, and what are the some of the dinoflagellates? வந்து two important dinoflagellate organisms we have. Examples of dinoflagellate வந்து ஒன்னு வந்து gymnodium. In textbook point of view, for your textbook they have given only gonalax. So along with the gonalax you can make a note of it. Gymnodium also, GY. Okay, make a note, GYMNO. Okay, gymnodinum, DIN. Okay, INUM, gymnodinum. Example of dinoflagellates பார்த்தோம்னா ஒன்னு வந்து gymnodinum, இன்னொன்னு வந்து it is there already gonalax. Okay, so these are what is that? Large number. Okay, large number. Some dinoflagellate like a gymnodinum and also what is that? Gonalax. They are grow large number in Mediterranean seas. Okay, Mediterranean sea maximum இந்த கடல்ல பார்த்தோம்னா இந்த ரெண்டு ஆர்கானிசம் வந்து அதிக அளவுல வந்து இருக்கும். ஓகேவா? So due to presence, okay, இந்த ரெண்டும் வந்து அதிகமா இருக்கிறதுனால it make the water to look what is that? Red. The gymnodinum and gonalax, these two more, okay, large amount which is present in the most of the some of the sea. Okay, so they can look like what is that? Red. அது ரெண்டு இருக்கிறதுனால the sea வந்து look like what is that? Color red. Okay, so they can cause what is that? Red tide. Okay, இது என்ன காஸ் பண்ணுதுன்னா ரெட் டைட். அது பாக்குறதுக்கு வந்து அந்த ocean or sea, if these two organism is present, the entire region it look like what is that? Red in color. இந்த ஏரியா மட்டும். So அதனால we can call it as that particular area red tide ன்னு சொல்லிக்கலாம். ஓகேவா? And so it is a green chlorophyll in dinoflagellates. Okay, it is present but it is masked by the what is that? The red pigment. Okay, red pigment வந்து இந்த red color actually these dinoflagellates are made up of what is that? The green chlorophyll, but these green color chlorophylls are masked. Okay, it is covered by what is that? The light. Okay, sorry, red pigment ஆல வந்து என்ன இருக்குன்னா கவர் ஆயிருக்கு. This red pigment help to what is that? Trap the light energy. Okay, and so the nucleus is present and it consists of what is that? Chromosomes. Chromosomes also present. Okay, and without histone proteins the chromosomes are present, so we can call it as here mesokaryon. Okay, actually dinoflagellate பார்த்தோம்னா mostly if you see basically if you see it is a unicellular and biflagellate protist. Unicellular motile, it can able to move, and also it is a biflagellate. Okay, and previous topic chrysophytes I told. Okay, it is it don't have any flagella, but it can move with the help of the, what is that? Lipid storage in the body. About the chrysophytes I told in the last topic. This I'm telling, they have a biflagellate. They have a two flagellates. With the help of the two flagellates only, they can able to move. Okay. And they are made up of, what is that? Cell wall. They are made up of cell wall. Okay. The cell wall is made up of, what is that? Cell wall, cellulose. The cell wall is made up of, what is that? Cellulose. Make a note of it. So in the previous topic, we have discussed the cell wall is made up of silica. Okay va? ஆனா இங்க வந்து cellulose is present on the outer surface. And also I told it is made up of two flagella. Okay, so why it is called dinoflagellata? And the name வந்து because of this two flagella only. If you see, the two flagella lie in a furrow in between cell plates, one transverse and other, what is that? Longitudinal flagellum is present. Actually, if you see this, two flagellum is present. One வந்து longitudinally இருக்கு. Okay, if you see, one is longitudinal flagellum. This is longitudinal flagellum. Actually, in textbook, it is not marked. You can make a note of it. This is longitudinal. Longi, longitudinal flagellum. Okay, and another one is griddle flagellum. Okay, in center, in the இடத்துல வந்து we have, what is that? Griddle, Gridle. Griddle flagellum, which is present. The two flagellum is lie in the furrow between the cell wall plates. Between the cell wall plates, we have, what is that? One of the flagellum, it's called as griddle flagellum. That is, one is transverse, another one is longitudinal. Transverse la இருக்கிறது griddle flagellum, longitudinal flagellum னு ரெண்டு flagellum வந்து இதுல இருக்கு. ஓகேவா? And also I told this is made up of chlorophyll is present, but it is masked by the, what is that? A color I told, right? So chlorophyll A, chlorophyll C, like, and also they have, what is that? Fucoxanthin. Okay, so all these pigments are present in the, what is that? This organism. And they appear, if you see, not only red color, it can also appear in the, what is that? Yellow, green, brown, blue, or red, depending on the main pigments present in them. Okay, chlorophyll A, if it is present, it will be look green. C na, it look like yellow. Okay, and fucoxanthin, இந்த மாதிரி present ஆயிருந்துச்சுன்னா, it like a red, blue. இந்த மாதிரி கலர் வந்து என்னது? Based on the chlorophyll pigment எவ்வளோ அதிகமா இருக்குமோ அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி என்ன ஆகும்? The body color வந்து என்ன ஆகும்? Change ஆகும். Like yellow, green, brown, blue, red. இந்த மாதிரி என்ன ஆகும்னா vary ஆகும். So this is what about the, what is that? The what is that? About the dinoflagellates. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and also an important point, actually these organisms can release, what is that? Some of the toxic substance. Okay, large toxins released by such large numbers may even kill the, what is that? Marine animals such as fishes வந்து என்ன பண்ணும்னா கில் பண்றதுக்கு பாசிபிலிட்டியும் இருக்கு. Okay, so this is also, you can make a note of it. Okay, so what we have discussed, so it can actually in the water body they easily undergo, what is that? Division, rapidly it will multiply and make, what is that? Large number of organism will be formed. அதனாலதான் the entire sea வந்து என்னவா இருக்கும்னா red colorல இருக்கும். So we can call red tides. Okay na? So this is what about the dinoflagellates. Okay, so what is that? Dino means whirling, flagellata means, what is that? Flagella. They are also called as, what is that? Whirling whips. Okay, so mostly these dinoflagellates are, what is that? Live in the aquatic, that is the marine only, and it is live as like a planktons. There are two groups, examples are included in dinoflagellum. One is gymnodium and another one is gonalax. In textbook gonalax given, you can also add, what is that? A gymnodium. And these gymnodium and gonalax grow in the large number. Actually, these two organisms easily divide, multiply to form, what is that? Large number of organism in the sea. And water, it make a water வந்து என்னது? Red color. So it cause the, what is that? Red tide. Okay, actually the dinoflagellate, they have a chlorophyll pigment like a chlorophyll A, C, fucoxanthin, like a so many pigments are present. But the red color pigment வந்து என்ன இருக்குன்னா, it is mask the, what is that? A chlorophyll pigment. And the nucleus is present. Nucleus consists of a condensed chromosome with the histone protein. So it is called mesokaryon. And mostly it is able to motile. The motile வந்து able to motile means movement. Okay, able to move. The movement is due to two flagellum. One is the whirling flagellum, that is a longitudinal flagellum, and another one is the girdling flagellum. The girdling is present between the two cells, cell wall, and longitudinal also present. With help of these two flagella only it can able to move. Okay, va? And it is look like, what is that? Appear like a yellow, green, brown, blue, red, depending on the, what is that? The pigment which is present in the body. And the cell wall, if you see, which is made up of the what? Cellulose. Cell wall is made up of, what is that? Cellulose. And some of the organism here, it will release some of the toxic substance in the marine level. This toxic substance, there is a possibility to kill the what? A fishes. So this is what about the characteristic of the dinoflagellates. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Dinoflagellates, how many flagella is present?
2, ma'am.
What are they?
Longiflagellae,
Another one is? Another one is?
ma'am.
Yes. Make a note. One is longitudinal flagella. LA, longitudinal flagellum. LANGITUDINAL. Longitudinal flagellum. இன்னொன்னு வந்து என்னது? Griddle flagellum. GRIDLE. Griddle flagellum. Okay. Where the griddle flagellum is present na, between the two cell wall. Between the two cell wall. Why the dinoflagellates are called as red tide? Amma, why it is called red tide? What are, can you give me two examples? Dinoflagellatum. For dinoflagellum, can you give me two examples? Two organism names I told, right? What are the two organisms names? One is gymnodinum and another one is gonalax. Please make a note. Gymnodinum. ரெண்டு organism. அம்மா example கேட்பாங்கம்மா. Okay. Gymnodinum. GYMNO. Okay. Gymnodinum. DINIUM. Gymnodinum. இன்னொன்னு வந்து என்னதுன்னா gonalax. Gonalax was given in your textbook point of view. Gonalax. These two organisms which comes under the dinoflagellates. Okay, va? Yes, shall I move to the next now? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one, we are going with, what is that? Euglenites. Okay. Euglenites. So majority of them, all organism, இது வரைக்கும் நம்ம என்ன டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோமோ, all these organisms are live in the water, fresh water, marine water only. Okay, va? And mostly this euglenites, if you see, a stagnant water. Okay, stagnant. Okay, waterல வந்து இருக்கும், fresh waterலயும் இருக்கும். Okay, euglenites na, இது வந்து one of the important characteristic ma. Euglenites வந்து தயவு செஞ்சு when I'm telling it is important, please make a note. So when you are preparing with your textbook, then you can, when you are comparing, it is easy for your people. Okay. So euglenites actually it has a both the plant and animal characteristic. இது ரெண்டு கேரக்டரிஸ்டிக்கும் இருக்கும். பிளான்டோட கேரக்டரிஸ்டிக்கும் இருக்கும் and also it has what is that? The animal characteristic also it is present. Okay. And so what is the cell wall? The euglenites. Okay. What is the cell wall? Up to now, the two organisms we have discussed. One is the dinoflagellates, chrysophytes. If you see, both also made up of cell wall. Ana euglenites வந்து when you are preparing, the preparation should be like this. So 3 also comes live in the where? Fresh water, marine water, okay, and oceans. So first thing, all are common features. And second thing, if you see cell wall, when you discuss about cell wall of chrysophytes, we have discussed, okay, the cell wall is made up of silica. The cell is called as frustule or a shell. And dinoflagellata, if you discuss, okay, we discussed about what is that? A cell wall is a present, which is made up of cellulose and solute. Adhe madri, if you come to the euglenites, okay, the preparation you have to be like this. Then only it is easy for you to keep in your mind. The cell wall of euglenites, if you see, okay, they don't have a cell wall. The absence of cell wall, but they contain pellicle. Okay. Pellicle என்கிற flexible structure வந்து present ஆயிருக்கு. General characteristic வரும்போதே நான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன். இதுடைய செல் வால் வந்து okay, the cell, the outer covering may be pellicle இருக்கலாம், cuticle layer இருக்கலாம், shell layer இருக்கலாம், cellulose இருக்கலாம்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன். The pellicle is a flexible structure which is present in the euglenites. இந்த pellicle வந்து எதால ஆயிருக்குன்னா, the pellicle which is made up of pellicle, Pellicle, it was given in your textbook also. The pellicle was given. Okay, it is a flexible structure. Okay, and what it is made up of? The pellicle is made up of the protein. Pellicle is made up of what is that? Proteins. And the next point, when we are discussing about the flagella. So when we are discussing about chrysophytes, they don't have flagella. With the help of the lipid storage, the chrysophytes, they can able to move. Already we told. When it comes to dinoflagellata, they have a whirling flagella. One is longitudinal flagella, another one is a transverse flagella. When it discuss about euglenites, okay, they have two flagella. One is the short flagella and another one is the long one. Short and long flagella they have. If you see, it is what mentioned given here. One is the long one and another one is the short one. They have a flagella, they have the short one and this is the short long and this is the short one they have. With help of this only they can able to move. Okay, and they don't have cell wall. This structure is called as pellicle. The structure is called as pellicle. And though they are photosynthetic in the presence of sunlight, when it is not available, they are act like a heterotrophs. Okay, they act like a heterotrophs, that is the predators. Such type of nutrition is called as, please make a note, it is the mixotrophic nutrition. MYXO, mixotrophic nutrition. What is a mixotrophic nutrition? Already I told the special character of euglenites. They can able to act as a both a plant and animal characteristic, I told, right? Okay, so why they can called as a plant and animal? Appadina, based on this character only. When they have a photosynthetic pigment, okay, in the presence of light, it can able to prepare the own food. But when it is not available, when the sunlight is not available, it can act like a, what is that? An animal. Okay, it act like a predators or animal. Okay, and it can able to make depend the, what is that? Food for the other. So such type of nutrition we can call as mixotrophic nutrition. Okay, mixotrophic nutrition. So they can able to, in the presence of sunlight, they can able to synthesize the food. Okay, when the sunlight is absent, They behave like heterotrophs by what is that? Heterotrophs in the body. Okay, it is act like heterotrophs. Now it is a heterotrophs. So which is called as mixotrophic nutrition. Okay, va? And so what type of pigments are present now? Chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, and xanthophyll. Xanthophyll is a pigment. In previous topic, dinoflagellata, we have discussed about fucoxanthin. ஆனா இதுல வந்து xanthophyll is present. Okay, and the next thing, it is important one, the pyrenites. What is that? Okay, a pyrenites. One is okay, the pyrenites, actually it is a proteins present in the organisms. Is one of the protein present in the chloroplast. Okay, it is important for the fixation of carbon dioxide during the photosynthesis. Pyrenites na, it is important structure which is present in the euglenites, which is important for fix the carbon dioxide during the photosynthesis. Okay, this structure may or may not present here, and it has a center nucleus is present. Okay, and example வந்து euclene. Eucleneங்கிறது இதுக்கான euclena. It is given example வந்து என்னது? Euclena is present. Okay va? So this is what about the euglenites. Any doubt? So it is live in the fresh water, stagnant water it can live. Okay, cell wall is absent. Instead of cell wall, it is made up of pellicle. Okay, and the pellicle layer is made up of proteins, and it is a flexible structure, and it has a two flagella. One is the long flagella and another one is the short flagella. Actually, it show the mixotrophic nutrition. It has a characteristic of both the plant and animals. So in the presence of sunlight, it can able to synthesize the what? Food. But in the absence of sunlight, it is act as a heterotrophs. Okay, it act as a predator also. Okay, so that it's called as mixotrophic nutrition. And pyrenide is one of the structure which is present in the euglenites, may or may not present. Okay, va? And if it is present, the main function is fixation of carbon dioxide during the photosynthesis. Okay, so this is about the euglenites. Any doubt? Example, euglena. Okay, va? Yes. So whether the cell wall is present in the euglenites?
No, ma'am.
Instead of cell wall, what is present? Cell wall க்கு பதிலா என்ன present ஆயிருக்குன்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன்? Instead of cell wall, what is present? Cell wall is absent. Cell wall க்கு பதிலா என்ன இருக்கு?
Pellicle, ma'am.
Pellicle. Okay, the pellicle is made up of
Protein, ma'am.
Very good. Pellicle is made up of protein. Okay, va? How many flagella is present?
2, ma'am.
Okay, 2. Okay, why it is called as mixotrophic nutrition? Why it is called as mixotrophic nutrition? ஏன் இதை வந்து மிக்ஸோட்ராபிக் நியூட்ரிஷன் சொல்றோம்?
Absence of sunlight, ma'am.
It has both the characteristic. What is that?
Plant and animal, ma'am.
Okay. Why plant and animal characteristic இதுல இருக்குன்னு சொல்றோம்? எதை பேஸ் பண்ணி? இந்த presence of sunlight இருக்கும்போது என்ன பண்ணும்?
Prepare your own food,
In
ma'am.
the absence of sunlight, it act as a in the absence of sunlight, it is act like a
Heterotropic, ma'am.
heterotrophic. Very good. Any doubt about the euglenites?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So the next we are going with what is that? Slime molds. What is that? Slime mold. That's all. Okay. On to one topic. Next one paragraph only is that less topic completed. Okay. So the next one is slime mold. Okay, so actually it is a saprophytic protista. What do you mean by saprophytic? What do you mean by saprophytic? Huh?
In the form of death organism, ma'am.
Very, very good. Okay, saprophytic nutrition nale. Okay, it takes the nutrition from the dead and decomposed matter. So it is called what is that? Saprophytic. Okay, இதை வந்து நம்ம என்ன சொல்லலாம்னா decomposer protista கூட சொல்லிக்கலாம். மேக் நோட் பண்ணிக்கோ. Decomposer. Decomposer protista அப்படின்னு கூட சொல்லிக்கலாம். ஓகேவா? எஸ். And the body, okay, the body of slime mold is called as plasmodium. Make a note of it. Okay, so how we can call it as a plasmodium na? Under suitable condition, they form the aggregation called as plasmodium, which can grow and spread all over the several feet. Okay, so the body is called as a plasmodium. So this during the favorable condition in the slime mold, okay, during the favorable condition, it is an aggregation of protoplasm. Protoplasms இருக்குல்ல, protoplasmனா cytoplasm with the nucleus is called as a protoplasm. சரியா? இந்த protoplasm என்ன ஆகும்னா எல்லாமே வந்து அக்ரிகேட் ஆயிரும். அக்ரிகேட்னா ஒன்னு சேர்ந்து grow ஆகி and spread ஆகும். Okay, spread to the several feet. Okay, several feet. It moves along with the decaying twig, leaves and engulfing the organic material. ஒரு slime moldனாலே decomposer protista. Why it is called decomposer protista na? The body of the slime mold is called as plasmodium. During the favorable condition, the protoplasm of the slime mold aggregate together. Okay, aggregate together and it is grow and spread several feet. Okay, in the decaying twig, leaves எல்லா இடத்துலயுமே வந்து என்ன ஆயிரும்னா ஸ்ப்ரெட் ஆயிரும். So that is the reason it's called as what is that? A decomposer protista அப்படின்னு சொல்லி சொல்லுவோம். ஓகேவா? Yes. And so here, but in the unfavorable conditionல this protista actually undergo what is that? Asexual reproduction and to produce the what is that? Fruiting bodies. These fruiting bodies, okay, actually two conditioned. No, it is also called as decomposer protista. ஏன் decomposer protista னா ரெண்டு கண்டிஷன் இருக்கு. ஒன்னு வந்து favorable condition, unfavorable condition. Favorable conditionல என்ன ஆகும்? The protoplasm of the protista aggregate together and grow and spread, okay, in a decaying matter. Okay, decaying matter several feet வந்து grow ஆகும். அதனால இது favorable conditionல. During the unfavorable conditionல என்ன பண்ணும்னா இந்த protista, okay, unfavorable condition that the body of the plasmodium undergo asexual reproduction. So undergo asexual reproduction which produce the fruiting bodies. Which produce the what is that? Fruiting bodies வந்து produce பண்ணும். Okay, this fruiting bodies it has as spores. இந்த fruiting bodies குள்ள என்ன இருக்கும்? Spores are present. Okay, so these spores are can able to withstand unfavorable condition for also several years due to presence of what is that? True wall is present. Okay, and these spores are anemochorous nature. That is dispersal by the wind. And these spores are uninucleate, form a slime mold. This is called as myxamoeba. Single celled uninucleate form the slime mold na அதுக்கு பேர் என்னது? Myxamoeba அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். ஓகேவா? So this is the two condition. Favorable condition, unfavorable condition. Favorable conditionல என்ன பண்ணும்? Protoplasms வந்து aggregate ஆகி, grow ஆகி, spread ஆகி, decayed matterல spread ஆகும். That is a favorable condition. Under unfavorable conditionல this slime molds வந்து the body of the slime mold that is called plasmodium undergo what is that? Asexual reproduction. When it is go asexual reproduction, it will produce the what is that fruiting bodies. In the fruiting bodies குள்ள என்ன இருக்கும்னா spores இருக்கும். ஓகே, இந்த ஸ்போர்ஸ் வந்து யூனிசெல்லுலாரா இருக்கும். இந்த ஸ்போர்ஸ் வந்து ஜென்ரலி இட் கேன் ஏபிள் டு சர்வைவ் ஃபார் லாங் இயர்ஸ். நிறைய வருஷம் வந்து இந்த ஸ்போர்ஸால சர்வைவ் ஆக முடியும். ஏன்னா அது வந்து அதை சுத்தி என்ன இருக்கு, ட்ரூ வால் வந்து பிரசன்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. அப்புறம் வந்து த ஸ்போர்ஸ் வந்து லேட்டர் எப்படி வந்து அந்த ஃப்ரூட்டிங் பாடியில இருந்து ஸ்ப்ரெட் ஆகுதுன்னா பை தி விண்ட் மூலமா, அனிமோகோரஸ் விண்ட் மூலமா என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா ஸ்ப்ரெட் ஆகுது. ஓகே, இந்த ஸ்போர்ஸ் வந்து யூனிநியூக்ளியேட்டா இருக்கும். ஓகே, அதனால இந்த ஸ்லைம் மோல்டுடைய ஸ்போர்ஸுக்கு நம்ம என்ன சொல்லிக்கலாம்னா மிக்ஸமீபா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிக்கலாம். The slime mold, the spores are called as mixamoeba. ஓகேவா? எனி டவுட்? Slime mold. What are
No,
the
ma'am.
what are the two condition it can able to grow? One is
Favorable and unfavorable, ma'am.
very good. Favorable conditionல என்னவா grow ஆகும்? In favorable condition how it will grow? What will aggregate together? எது aggregate? aggregateனா சேரும், ஒட்டுக்கா சேரும் ஸ்லைம் மோல்ட்ல. Protoplasm. என்னது? What is that? During the favorable condition, which one will be aggregate together? Which one will be aggregate together, ma?
Protoplasm, ma'am.
will aggregate ஆகி என்ன ஆகும்? Grow in the decaying matter. Favorable conditionல எது grow ஆகும்? In unfavorable conditionல என்ன grow ஆகும்? Fruiting bodies. Fruiting bodiesல என்ன இருக்கு? Fruiting bodiesக்குள்ள என்ன இருக்குன்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன்?
Asexual, ma'am.
Asexual spores இருக்கும். ஓகேவா? Asexual spores இருக்கும். அந்த spores மூலமா என்ன ஆகும்னா germinate ஆகும். Okay. Yes. The last one about the what is that? Protozoans. Okay. Protozoans. Okay. It is animal like protista. Protozoanaலே இது என்னது? Animal like protista. Animal like protista. ஓகேவா? ஆக்சுவலி இட் இஸ் அ புரோட்டோசோவானாலே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அனிமல் வந்து என்னது இது. ஓகேவா? அண்ட் இட் இஸ் அ மைக்ரோஸ்கோபிக். ஓகே, அண்ட் இட் இஸ் அ யூகேரியாட்டிக் ஃபார்ம் அண்ட் காலினியல் ஃபார்ம். ஓகே, அண்ட் லோகோமோஷன் வந்து அண்ட் ஆப்சன்ஸ் ஆஃப் செல் வால். இதுலயும் வந்து செல் வால் வந்து ஆப்சன்ஸ் இருக்கு. ஓகே, இது வந்து த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஃபார்ம்ட் அனிமல்னா கூட சொல்லிக்கலாம். அனிமலுடைய ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஃபார்ம் பைலோஜெனட்டிக்லி விச் ஒன்னா தட் இஸ் அ புரோட்டோசோவான்ஸ் ஒன்லி. Okay, இது வந்து how many types we have na? Amoeboid protozoan, flagellated protozoan, ciliated protozoan. There are 3 major groups, 4 major groups. First one is amoeboid. So amoeboid ngumbodhu we know about the amoeba. Actually it is a aquatic. Okay, amoeboid protozoa வந்து aquatic ஆ இருக்கும். Actually it is grow in the moist soil. Okay, and also we know about the amoeba. Okay, we know about amoeba. It is given, the picture is was given. Okay, it is a unicellular organism. Okay, it is not having a proper cell shape and it uptakes the nutrition with help of what is that? False feet. Okay, and false feet மூலமா they can able to what is that? Engulf the food. Okay, example வந்து Entamoeba histolytica. So it is what is that? One of the parasite of amoeboid protozoa. Okay, amoeba is a unicellular organism, aquatic. Okay, so they can able to capture the prey. Okay, they can able to capture the prey with help of what is that? Finger like projection, which is called as false feet or pseudopodia. With help of them only they can able to capture the food. Example for amoeboid protozoan, Entamoeba histolytica. The second one is flagellated protozoan. Okay, so flagellated protozoan, they have what is that? Flagellata. Okay, they are free living and also what is that? They can able to parasite also. They are free living and also they are parasites. They are free living. They also what is that? A parasite. So flagellated protozoa. They are free living or they have parasites, they are having flagella. They cause the disease. என்ன டிசீஸ்? அமீபா வந்து காஸ் த டிசீஸ் என்டமீபா ஹிஸ்டலைட்டிகா. இது வந்து என்ன காஸ் பண்ணும்னா ட்ரெப்னோசோமா. காஸ் த டிசீஸ் வந்து என்னது? ட்ரெப்னோசோமா. ஆக்சுவலி இட் வில் காஸ் ஸ்லீப்பிங் சிக்னஸ் இன் தி ஆப்பிரிக்கா. ஸ்லீப்பிங் சிக்னஸ்ங்கிற டிசீஸை வந்து ஆப்பிரிக்கால வந்து காஸ் பண்றது. அண்ட் நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் வந்து ciliated protozoa. Okay, ciliated protozoa. Actually, this also which live in the aquatic. Okay, they have a cilia. Okay, so that is example வந்து it was given. Paramecium on the example they have given. Ciliated. Okay, they are ciliated. So many cilia is present. Okay, and example paramecium is an example. They are dimorphic nucleus. One macro nucleus இருக்கு and another one is small nucleus இருக்கு. The macro nucleus வந்து activities carry out the what is that vital activities and one more nucleus இருக்கு, அது வந்து involved in the what is that sexual reproduction. So this is what about the ciliated protozoa. And the last one is what is that sporozoans. Okay, so it will produce the spores. Sporozoans na they produce the spores. Okay, and they do not have any locomotory structure. Locomotory structures are absent. The last one. Okay, they are diverse organism. They have an infection like a spore stage in the life cycle. Examples வந்து என்னது? Malarial sporocyte. Okay, malarial parasite இருக்குல்ல, that is plasmodium which is comes under the sporozoan, which cause the what is that malaria. So most of the people, okay, the struggling with what is that effect of human population, they are caused the malaria which cause the what is that a disease like what is that malaria. So this is what about the protozoan. This topic was completed. Again I will recap the last paragraph in the next classes. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, we'll wind up.
Yes, madam. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.